All right. So, previously, the last episode,
Previously on Windwaker.
you were absolutely defecating on Eternals.
There is not a single scene or a single moment in Eternals that I enjoy. I actively hate that movie. Yes, I was.
I usually don't have that big of a problem with it. Because I don't particularly love this movie a lot.
Yeah.
But my thing with Eternals is I was like really, really rooting for it.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like,
Yeah.
it was one of those movies that I was like, if they pull this off, this could be like one of the best Marvel movies ever made.
Yeah.
Like hands down.
Yeah.
When I watched it, I was like, because I saw the reviews and they were like, this movie is like utter garbage. Like you were saying, this movie is like absolute like utter garbage. And I was like, oh dang, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Eventually, I ended up seeing it. And for me, I was like slightly pleasantly surprised when I watched it because I didn't think everything about it was good. I thought there was a lot of bad stuff in it.
Yeah.
But for me, I think the tone that movie has is so needed in the Marvel universe right now, where it's kind of like that, like almost like DC, like it's kind of like profound and serious. Like it takes itself very seriously, and it's like, I don't know, like kind of like beautiful and like intelligent and profound, like that like tone that DC doesn't do well, but it kind of like goes for.
Yeah.
I think Marvel needs stuff like that because always having like that like jokey, like pulpy stuff all the time, number one, gets old.
Yeah.
Number two, it makes it feel not much like a universe because like all the movies feel, that's what people mean when they say all the movies feel the same.
Yeah.
Because not every movie is like identical, like not like literally, but like.
But none of them take themselves seriously, and therefore it's hard to get invested. And when I say none, I really mean Phase 4, because I think the criticism of phases 1 through 3 is not unjustified, but it's too simplified to say that that's how they are.
Yeah, basically.
But when the people in the universe don't take it seriously, why in the world would I?
Yeah. So I was really happy, and I think they partially were kind of like getting it. I think that the actors they chose to do for that movie are also like incredible.
Yeah, it's a really like talented cast.
Yeah, and I think some of the actors do a really good job in it. Not at okay. The main actor is utter trash bags.
Which one do you mean by main actor?
The Asian woman that it's supposed to be about, apparently.
Circe? Is that what she's supposed to be named?
Is it Siri?
No, it's not Siri.
I remember being Siri, honestly.
Siri, could you please save the world? Thank you.
Sure.
She's literally as emotive as Siri.
She is.
It was like mind-bogglingly dry. Her performance. What's his name? Icarus?
Yeah.
I actually really liked Icarus a lot.
As an actor or like the whole character?
The character itself, I can't remember the details of. I remember I love the acting of Icarus. And I think I liked some of the emotional weight of his arc, but I don't think like his arc was super necessary.
Yeah.
Am I going the right way?
I don't know where you're going.
I'm trying to go back to the cabin.
Look on your map. Look on the incredible chart. Yep, you're going the right way.
Cuss your gut, baby.
So you think the acting for Icarus was really good?
Me personally, it was like connecting with me. I liked it.
See, now to be clear, I didn't find it like, who do I compare it to? I don't feel it to be Jesse Eisenberg playing Lex Luthor, where it's like just distractingly awful or something.
Yeah.
Ding dong. Ding 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 ding.
But it's not a performance that stands out to me at all. Like I say, it's not even like Captain Marvel, where it's like, it's weird because I know that you're a good actress, but you're being really, 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 like, I don't like your acting in this particularly. You know, it's
it's just whatever.
It's just I don't hate it, I don't love it. It just kind of is. It's like, yep, that's you played a person.
I think there's a couple scenes in there that I really, really liked a lot from him. Like the time when he's like, I think he's like mourning somebody. I think it's the person in the movie. Spoilers, by the way.
Oh yeah, spoilers
real
for
quick.
the movie that you will not like and should not watch.
So he like kills the woman that's like the boss lady.
Yeah.
And then there's that scene where he's kind of like mourning it, and he has like his like laser eyes. Real quick. I really like that scene actually.
Really?
I liked it a lot.
So, like for me, that scene, I watched the same scene and I was like, you just need to present the.
Oh, that's right.
For me, I was like, that scene should have sold me on Icarus. And I walked away from that scene because the situation very much calls for drama and something that would like blow me away. And then I go and I actually see it and I'm like, I feel like I'm supposed to care about this, but I don't give a crap about Icarus, and I don't give a crap about the character who's leading the Eternals that I can't remember the name of.
See, I just don't get that. I do not understand that.
I don't understand. Like, I don't know what you're emotionally connecting to.
I just thought the performance was really good. I really like that acting, and I like the actor a lot.
I don't know if I can say that I think it's the performance is the problem. I think it's that the rest of the movie has failed so much at that point.
I mean, the plot is a mess.
Well, and it's not just that the plot's a mess, it's that the characters are so unlikable, and like I just do not care or connect with any of them, that moments that even though the actors might be doing a good job, it doesn't matter because the movie has done such a bad job at making me care about them that all of their good acting seems like empty emotion. Like it doesn't resonate with me at all.
Yeah, I thought most of the characters were kind of like that, but there's something about this movie to me that felt just so different from every other Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything about it, like the dynamic of the characters, the cast of the characters, the tone of the movie, everything about it felt so refreshing to me in that way. It's hard to like put a finger on for me, but it's like that's what kind of kept me engaged the entire time. Like you were saying, you were really bored. I was not bored at all in this movie. And I can get why someone would be bored because a lot of the performances were like really bad or like really dry, I would say.
I've never in my life had to force myself to finish a Marvel movie.
But there was something in it for me that was like, it just felt different. The entire scope of it and the story with like the Celestials and stuff, that was really intriguing to me actually.
The concept is a really cool concept. And I should put this forward too. So you guys know I'm a big comic book fan. I've read the Marvel comics, and please, you're going the wrong way.
I'm just checking to see over here.
Please allow me to reassure you that this is not the movie failing a really good comic book series, in my opinion. I've read a handful of Eternals movies, not a lot, comics, not a lot, but enough to know that I don't like them in the comics either. So going into the movie, I was kind of like, they can change basically everything from the ground up, and I won't care because it will almost certainly be an improvement. And at the end of it, I felt like it was a lateral move. It was just also bad. Like, so I'll put it like this. This is where I jive with you. I really think that it would have been good to have a movie in the MCU that matched the tone of the Eternals insofar as the idea of glorious purpose, the idea of people who are very, very old that are dealing with higher concepts and take those concepts seriously. Just the idea of there being this family, but like not found family, but like this warrior, I don't know how to put it, like the concept I can get behind, and the seriousness with which it was taken, the gravity of it, I can get behind.
Yeah. And I also do I do believe that I love that, but I do think the execution was bad.
Yes.
Like they did a bad job with a lot of the execution of it for me.
So for me, I guess the issue is like, because they didn't fail it, I'm partially worried that will tell some MCU exec somewhere, oh, they don't like the serious movies, instead of, oh, we need to do serious movies well instead of poorly.
Yeah.
You know, and so they'll double down on the comedy. So that's my first thing. But my second thing is, it's like, I can't stand this. This is what was wrong with a lot of the DC movies. When you take yourself super seriously, you have to back that up. Like, you can't just pretend like you're deep and important.
Yeah.
You have to back that up and be deep and important.
Well, for me, a lot of the concepts that they're playing with they just didn't handle them right.
Yes.
I think this movie has really cool ideas and concepts that I'm like, if this exact movie was done right, it would be spectacular.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. I'm with you. I agree with you on that, but this is the problem with the Eternals in the comics and the movie. It's a great concept that is not done well. It is not interesting. It is very, very boring, because you can't just have high concepts. You have to actually grapple with them. And they didn't grapple with them. They just kind of vaguely gesture at higher concepts. Which is what Batman v Superman did, right?
Well, Batman v Superman was just kind of like a joke. It didn't know what it was saying, kind of thing.
Yeah. This knew what it was saying, but it didn't actually say it. It always just kind of
it just fumbled the entire episode, like a pitch in a ball game. Like, it was like, if you delivered it, man, that would have been the biggest it would hit so hard. But just the pitch was just so bad. I cannot find this thing, man. I cannot. I'm gonna go back to it.
Yeah, I don't know how to put it. It's just, it doesn't work. It doesn't work inside of the MCU very well. Where, if that Celestial came out of the ocean, shouldn't people be talking about it? And if these guys have been around forever, shouldn't people have talked about them? And if there's these things called deviants and everything, shouldn't we have encountered them? None of it is followed up on.
What I think is really worked for me in the movie is the visuals.
Yeah.
Kind of communicated a lot of really cool stuff to me. Mm-hmm. With the grandness of it, with all the celestial stuff. Mm-hmm. I thought that stuff was really cool.
Yeah.
Even if a lot of the plot and stuff just wasn't good and all that, I think I'm more or less just arguing that this isn't the worst Marvel movie for me.
I think it's the worst because even though Thor: The Dark World didn't really have a good concept to begin with.
First of all, I don't really agree with the whole thing that Dark World is the worst Marvel movie. I think it's far from it. I'm
just trying to pick the movies that everyone picks on.
I don't like Iron Man 2. I really don't like Black Widow.
Black Widow, I forgot about Black Widow.
I definitely dislike Black Widow more than this movie.
I dislike this movie way more than Black Widow, but I think the difference between Black Widow and this is no, Black Widow had a good concept. It was just executed poorly. But, Eternals has a great concept. But it only is a good concept. It is nothing but and good visuals. For me, good visuals, some really, really good performances, and a really good tone. It had good performances, but none of them got to shine. We disagree on this. None of them got to shine because the plot was so messy that good acting didn't have a place to go, and there was so many characters that and so much of the time was taken up by that awful main character, Circe.
Yeah.
That the rest of it didn't get to roll. Oh, and the situation with Pixie is weird, where she's oh, I want to
Oh, she's like a kid?
Yeah, she's like a kid, but I want to do adult things.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just...
I think I'm just very much for high concept movies.
Yeah.
I'm very much into those, and to me this feels like the only Marvel movie that even went for that.
When you're trying to be something big and important, if you're trying to be funny and you're not funny, at worst you're kind of cringy. And we were even talking about Friday the 13th and stuff, where it's like you can be a bad movie, but you're like bad in such a way that you can get away with it.
Yeah.
And then there's movies, and I would put Batman v Superman in this category, where it's like you're so self-serious and you're talking about something important that, like, if you don't back it up, there's nothing in the movie. So, like, even Love and Thunder, despite the fact that I don't like it, I can ride it like a roller coaster, like you were saying, and be like, I like the pretty visuals, and I can laugh sometimes, you know? But I don't have that option in Eternals. All I have is the concept, and the concept fails so spectacularly that it makes the whole movie fail. So I think you and I largely agree insofar as it's like...
I think the biggest thing... I think we both think it fails. I think we just think it fails in different... like, to different degrees.
Yeah.
I don't think it fails as much as you and most people say.
Yeah.
I do think it is, like, executed poorly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to put it. I'm like looking for the words for how to like I've never had I don't know how to put it. I had to watch it in 3 different sittings because I couldn't get through it in one sitting, you know? I've never had that before. And what we're looking for is that grandeur and that visual and complexity and that sense of something divine and larger. That's what we should have been seeing in Thor this whole time.
Sort of. I think that the things this movie plays with are actually even bigger than that.
Well, I'm saying I think that Thor could be that. From reading the comics, that's what Thor can be and should be. And even, like, none of the Thor movies even come close to that. But, like, the Jason Aaron run on Thor is, like, totally in this category of what you want out of the MCU.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, this kind of, what?
Wait.
You have to hit it with him. I don't know why that didn't work.
Hold on. Oh, no, they're inverted. Don't make it easy for me.
Oh, no.
I do have unlimited time, though.
Yeah, you
There we go.
So the issue is... Nice. How do I put it? In the comics, what's really wonderful is if I want a dark comic, I can pick up... I would try and kill those things while they're close.
I don't know if they're...
Okay. Anyway.
I just need to get that one right there.
Like... Those things are coming to attack you right now. That is
Come on. Come on. Ah. Alright, now they're close. What were you saying?
So the issue is, like, if I want to read, like, a happy-go-lucky, like, general superhero story, I can pick up Spider-Man. If I want to pick up a high-concept space opera fantasy, I can pick up Thor. If I want to pick up a dark, gritty, just, this is the worst, the dregs of society that life has to offer, I can pick up Daredevil.
Yeah.
If I want to pick up a spy, I can pick up Hawkeye or Black Widow, you know, or Nick Fury. Like, if I want a lawyer drama, I can pick up Daredevil or She-Hulk. You missed one over to your...
Yeah. Was it this one?
I think so.
No, I think it was this one. Yeah, that one's yellow. Oh my goodness. This is my last one. No!
No!
Good job, game. You got me.
Whoa! All right, well, that's a good thing to end on.
Okay.
We'll see you guys next time. You know what to do.
And if you don't, ask someone.